So, welcome back. This is the brochure, or booklet if you like. It was only a digital one, it was never printed. And let's just zoom in. So this is the front cover. I've designed this in the Adobe suite in InDesign. But the same kind of rules can be used in whatever you use, such as Canva or Word. So I'll start off with the front cover. As you can see, I've actually done quite a little bit of work in here. I've taken it into Photoshop and put the words so it kind of goes behind and in front of the person, just because I thought it added a little bit more depth to the actual cover and a little bit more interest, and it flowed quite nicely. I love the way the colours here represent the logo. You've got all the colours here and almost a smattering here of the stars up here, which represents a smattering or explosion of colours around the logo. And this seemed quite a natural place down the bottom to put the rest of the information. Got the logo, a little strapline if you like, and the title of the book, it's a skills reminder. And this is the name of the challenge up here, the 5 Days to Freedom. Next page along, we've put a nice large picture of Penny, just as a reminder to everyone who she is, and a little bit of information about her. Now you will see that I've made the text quite large. That is because this is going to be read on a screen mainly, so I tend to make the text larger for screen use only and increase the leading a little bit in between, just so it's a little bit easier to read. Nice and simple contents page, and as you notice, I'm using the same fonts that are on the front cover just to keep the consistency there. There's a little page about journaling, and as you'll see, I've used the font hierarchy here, so a nice big heading. The information there broken up, I've put a lot of spaces in between each paragraph just so it's again a lot easier to read. And pulled out a nice little bit of information here, just into like a pull quote, they're called. Again, this just breaks up the design a little bit and pulls out important information. So even if people are skimming, they'll most likely read journaling and this pink text first and then go back and read the smaller text afterwards. On this page, I've broken up with some subheadings as well in a different colour. Again, this just helps with skim reading as well. So again, if somebody just skims over it, they'll read the subheadings first and probably see the image and then go back to see the text. Images are a great way as well of breaking up any awkward spaces. If you pop in an image, because as you'll see, there was a little bit, not enough space to put everything onto one page. So that's why I've broken it up into two and broken it up then again with a nice quote and an image. And at the end of each section, we've got a Penny's Tips page, which is broken up again into a different colour, just so it's easily distinguishable. And again, we've broken everything up into paragraphs, bullet points as well. Again, this helps break up the text and make it a bit easier for the reader to read. And then again, sectioning out some information into a separate section. It's a lot easier to digest when everything's broken up into smaller sections. And then you'll see this pattern just repeating itself throughout the booklets. And again, Penny's Tips page. And we go through that the whole book, and you'll see that I've only used a number of different fonts. I've only used two, this nice big text typeface, like handwriting, and then the secondary font, which is this. I don't know what it's called actually, I can't remember. Oh, Minion. And again, that just helps break up the design a little bit, but I wouldn't necessarily use the handwriting font for all the large areas of text because it will be a bit harder to read. And again, you'll see that the same pattern follows it throughout, different subheadings, numbers, bullet points, the same font size throughout. Again, it keeps that consistency and it lets people know what to expect and the order of which to read it. So it's quite a good way of breaking everything up. There we go. So that is it. We've broken everything up with little tasks. It's quite easy to navigate the booklet and so forth. And at the end there's some offers there for the people in the group. What a lot of people forget to do, and what is actually quite important, is to actually tell the people what to do next. Tell your readers. So at the end we've said to them to book the course, how to book it. They've put her phone number there. We've put her phone number and her email address, just so it's easy to find, and also a little bit of what to expect. It just helps clear up any unanswered questions, and again how I work. So everything is there with a little bit of information at the back. Got her website, her email again, and any links for her qualifications, information for her qualifications. And that's also a great way of showing your readers that you are actually licensed, you know what you're talking about, and you've trained for this. So I think it's always great to include any sort of qualifications or awards, anything like that, just to help build trust with you and your reader.